Hello guys, how we doing? This is the second video in a row. Oh my god, I must be getting a bit of a head rush, a little bit drunk, a little bit on the old wavy seas. So this is my next video. This is the Mastercraft replica of the Black Pearl, as we see. Many good ships in this film, in these film series, should I say. And the Black Pearl was obviously the best one. It was the fastest ship, the cursed ship that was run by Jack Sparrow and Barbossa before that, or after that, and then stole back again, and so forth and so forth. And of course there are other ships, the Flying Dutchman being the other one that I really liked, and a few others. But this is the Black Pearl model. This cost me £290, I think, for everything, postage galore, weight, year and a half or 2 years or whatever it took. Took an awful long time for it to arrive, but for the price I'm very happy with it. It works out, I think it's around about 36 by 37 centimeters high, or 39 centimeters high to the top. And let's zoom in. Very nicely done. This is the base. Now the base, which you don't see in the video, probably don't see in this video actually, is clear. You can actually see through it. You don't get that in the photographs, but it's quite a nice touch that sit against the light here. It's sort of clear, and you get the metal plaques at the front. Dead Man Tells No Tales. That's the American version of Salazar's Revenge, so the fifth film. They call it Dead Man Tells No Tales. We changed it probably because the second film, which I'll show you the steelbook, was Dead Man's Chest, and Dead Man Tells No Tales, Dead Man's Chest, very similar, so you didn't want to get muddled up, I suppose. And below it is another one. This is the Black Pearl. This is number, I don't know how many they made. They didn't make a lot. I'm not sure it's 400 or 500 or 300. It wasn't a lot. And this is number, come on, come back, 206. So they put metal plaques on the front of these. And inside there's a little electronic gizmo which leads to a lead which plugs into my laptop, and that will give you the light at the back, which we'll look at in a minute. Now they say on this it's around about 100 pieces on the top. Yeah, mostly all stuck on the top. Obviously it's done at an angle, so as you can see it's not dead straight, it's actually tilting as well. Best view, I suppose, is sort of like that. If you see it, it's nice. It's done in the waves, and I see the waves of the base go the way round, and you tilt it and you see it from that way round. And it's a sort of a black mattish worn look, just like it is in the film. And if we can zoom in a little bit, because my camcorder is so terrible it doesn't want to let me zoom in, you can see all the little things that are sitting on the top, the little bags or whatever, I don't know, the cannons, I don't really know, I'm not into old ships, but there's a lot of stuff going on sitting on the deck, going all the way along the extra lifeboat, and then we go up to the captain's deck at the very end, with the actual steering wheel. Is it steering wheel? I don't know what you call it. And it leads up to the three lanterns at the back. All done really nicely, and I'm actually, it's picking it up quite well in this camera to try and show you the detail, because it's one of these models that's just got lots of little bits of details, but you have to look carefully, and it's quite hard otherwise. Now obviously you've got the black sails, there they are. They've all got patchwork sort of drawn into them or painted onto them. And just like in the film, they're all slightly worn away and so forth. There's quite a lot of them. Now I don't know the material. If I think it's a really hard sort of paper, or is it a hard material that's been hardened with glue or something or other, something like that. But either way, it's hard to tear, which is the most important thing of the lot. Because if you tore it, you've ruined it. And then there's obviously these strings which reenact the masts. There's plenty of them going on all over the place, leading all the way up to the top. There we go. Also inside you can see the other deck. There's the doorway, and that's the bit where I've forgotten her name in it. Miss Turner comes out, and Barbossa comes out, and he reveals himself to be the cursed skeleton pirate. And then she looks across, and then she gets chucked up in the air on this part of the deck, up in the air in the sky, and it comes towards you, she comes towards you and back, and so forth. So yeah, I remember little bits. I haven't seen the film in a long time. It is a good film, the first one. By far, it's a long way better than the others. The Curse of the Black Pearl. Really, ideally, even though I own them all, the first and the fifth one are the only ones that I really like a lot, and they're only bits of the others that I like. The second one's not too bad, but I've even got the Dead Man's Chest box set there too. So on the back, obviously with it plugged into the USB, which I've done, as you can see it's plugged in down here in this little port, there we go, is the lights. So you've got the lights in the Captain's Lodge at the back, and obviously it's one big light that goes through certain holes, hits through the back there we go. There's 3 lanterns sitting on the top, of course on this side naturally as well, and through the roof of the captain's deck there. So you got a fair few lights, and also through the entrance where the captain comes out of his office or whatever you call it, quarters. There's one light to the left. I thought there was one to the right. Yeah, there is one to the right. Yeah, there we go. It's just hard to get it in the camera. Yeah, there's one to the right as well. There's the mast person, whatever it is, the mascot thing that represents the ship. So that's quite a good view actually. Sort of zooming in and looking at it directly from this sort of tilted front edge, looks pretty good. So this is my cheapest collectible now. I have obviously all my collectibles, especially that one, like really expensive, and this one's the cheapest by a long way. 290 isn't even close to the others. Well, it is, I suppose, in a way. The Boba Fett up there, I think there was only 500. But anyway, this one's got its own place on a separate stand along with all my box sets. And obviously I'll have it displayed with all my other little Pirates of the Caribbean stuff up there too, including my little Aztec Gold chain, which is quite amusing. Yeah, I'm pleased with it. I do like it, and if Mastercraft do bring out the Flying Dutchman, I would like to have that one side by side with this as well. I know there's some others. I can't remember the one in the 4th film. Something Majesty Anne or Queen Anne or something, I don't know. I'm not too keen on that one. It's just a normal ship. Same goes for the one in the 3rd one, the normal ship, and the cursed ship in the 5th one, which is, I didn't like at all the look of that. So Flying Dutchman I would be interested in, none of the others. But this one I'm very pleased with it. Got to bear in mind the price and the size. You're not going to expect a giant boat for £290. And I'm sure, I mean, it goes around about 380 on eBay. I've looked at the prices of them, but I did see one guy who was selling these really cheap. Maybe he got it and he didn't like it, and he sold it for about £160 or something like that, and it went pretty quickly. I think I looked at it 1 minute, and then a couple of days later it was gone. So obviously someone else smelt a bargain there, maybe because people are not as aware of it as certain others. But anyway, just a quick little rundown detail last bit before I bugger off and leave you be. The front edge bit, there's the anchor sitting on the side. I don't know if it's meant to sit on the side. More port side bits at the very front of the deck, and more, look at the hull, there's the ladders. Actually you can see better the hull from the other side round if I turn it around. There we go, you can see a better view of it there along here. So I'm pleased with it. I'm not disappointed with this at all. This come in exactly how I expected it to look. It come in exactly how the production pictures were meant to look, which is something of a rarity nowadays. I mean, you know, everything that Sideshow Collectibles produce on prototype, your production piece is never as good, and I find that so bloody annoying. The only ones that seem to do exactly the same are ECC and Prime 1. They seem to give you what you see in the production piece prototypes. Everyone else, such a major disappointment. Chronicle Collectibles, some of the stuff they've done it exactly the way it's meant to be as well, but the others, it's tears to your eyes when you spend so much money on it, and it just comes out like that. Anyway, right, that's enough. Okay guys, thanks very much. Leave your comments if you've got one, if you're interested in one, whichever. I'll see you later.